Hi everyone, this is a collective tarot reading for the solar eclipse in Virgo, which will be on September 21st. It will be visible in North America. This reading is aimed at light workers, so if you want more peace, love, health, and wealth in the world, you are who I'm reading for. We're going to do a 7-card horseshoe spread as always, and as always, I have 3 oracle cards to the side here. You can see which 1, 2, or 3 resonate with you the most, and let's just get to it. So let's do this. All right, in the past, we have the 10 of coins reversed, because of course we do. Present, we have the Wheel of Fortune reversed, okay. Known factors is the Tower, yeah. Had the Tower not shown up here, I would have been shocked. Honestly, I was bracing for the Tower this whole time. We collectively are the 4 of Swords reversed, okay. Unknown factors is the 10 of Cups. I love it. Advice is the 7 of Swords. I love that too. And incoming energy is the... I was going to say Prince of Cups, which is, that's the Crowley system, but it's the Knight of Cups. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Moon. Yeah, I'm going to make these look nice in the shot. I'm going to start these a bunch, and I'll see you right now. All right, I have enough to keep going. To start, this is a very blatant don't panic. And before going on, I just want to say in transparency, because I don't think I'll be able to separate myself from this reading. I'm recording this on September 12th, so I have a lot on my mind. And I think that, you know, it's quite likely that you, the viewer, have similar things on your mind as well. So yeah, I just wanted to... And before going into the reading, I just want to talk about the 4 of Swords very briefly and then never mention it again for this video. So when the 4 of Swords comes up in reverse, there are 2 main ways that I read it. It's either an invitation to come out of your shell, or a check that, like, you kind of really need to spend more time in the shell. I will not make any efforts to distinguish between the two. This is a collective reading. So yeah, I just wanted to mention that. Now, the real, there's a real contrast between these 2 branches, and this is kind of where the don't panic comes in. So obviously we have, you know, it's not like things were perfect in the past, but they were good. And then all of a sudden the shit hits the fan. Yeah. And by the way, the things that I have on my mind aren't just related to one event. These last couple weeks have been a lot for me personally, given the world events and everything, especially in the United States and North America, from which the eclipse will be visible. But yeah, given that, what I'm saying is the shit hitting the fan, I mean many things, no matter what you think I mean, is what I wanted to make clear. So yeah, this quad here, is really fascinating, because obviously the moon energy underpinning the entire reading. This is a card of creepy crawlies in the night. This is a card of subsurface turbulence and the tensions and emotional tensions that arise when shit like that happens, right? And the way that it fits into this, it's like when you know, when the shit hits the fan, it's very easy to lose track of important things. While my finger is over the 10 of Cups upright in the unknown factors position, this might be a good time to reconnect with people that have brought you joy in the past that you haven't seen in a while, or people who bring you joy now that you see now. This might be a time to double down and spend more time with them. Yeah, because I think that the lesson that we're being invited to ponder is, where do we really want to go? I think that is what the Knight of Swords, the Knight of Cups, I almost always say follow your heart with the Knight of Cups, but I think that given the reading here and you know, the astrological event that I'm reading for, it is more, well, the rest of the reading here is an invitation to really think about where you want to go, to make sure that this Knight of Cups goes in the right place, basically. And I'd like to talk about the 7 of Swords here. I am a regular viewers. Yes, I'm going to go on a rant on the 7 of Swords again. I think the 7 of Swords gets a bad rap. I am a huge Seven of Swords stan. I think finding alternative solutions to problems is a good thing. Yes, from the perspective of the Swords owner, this is theft. However, it's kind of... okay, forget about the Seven of Swords in the abstract. Let's talk about what it means in this reading. This is an invitation to be crafty. I think that given this here, given this branch, there might be there might be temptation to do things that one might not would rather be left not done. Basically, if you want a Ten of Swords, that's going to turn this Knight of Cups reversed. This is a time to be subtle. And again, what can help feed into this is to recenter yourself, because it's very easy to feel agitated and angry and disturbed and all that stuff. The emotions are running high. And a phrase that I thought of while thinking of what I wanted to say is, given these cards, I find a lot of people are in a situation where they have very strong, low information opinions. And when you have a very strong, low information opinion, it's very easy to make mistakes. And I think that what can help filter this to go towards where you want to go is these two cards here. To really take care of yourself, replenish yourself. That's kind of how the cocoon energy of the Four of Swords can be best harmonized, so that the destination of this night is clear. Yeah, and there's a lot of, because I noticed that we have 3 tens in the reading, if we include the Wheel of Fortune here, and there's a lot of it's kind of the end of a cycle and the beginning of a new one. That's kind of what tens in general are about in occult numerology in general. So yeah, I think that the main thing to keep in mind is that yes, the state of things is pretty clear, but that what does it mean and why and what you should do about it and all that stuff might not necessarily be so. And I think that the invitation of this eclipse energy is to really focus on finding the things that make you happy, so that when it's time to trot off into the desert that the Knight of Cups traditionally crosses or is in or whatever, that you're doing so with the shrewdness of let's say a shrewdness of a Wall Street investor, instead of the crassness of a mafia goon. So yeah. And again, like I have a sense of my audience. I don't think I don't think there's anyone watching this thing and doing anything crazy, but I think that the emotions are very high. The emotions are very high around this time. I have no idea what things will be like by the time the actual eclipse happens. But yeah, it's really a question to not panic. Take some time to yourself, really replenish, acknowledge that you might not know it all. I almost want to put the moon in the reading proper, because the metaphor that I use a lot for the moon card is a dark forest path with all sorts of glowy eyes staring back at you all over the place. It's a very unnerving, unsettling thing. And when we're in a situation like that, even though, and especially having this at the bottom of the deck, so it's even more subtle, it's very easy to not even realize how perturbed you even are, which is reinforced by the Four of Swords reversed as us collectively, So yeah, I don't think I can add much more without looping for a millionth time. Really, don't panic. Again, this is the time to spend time around people that you enjoy doing. This is a time for subtlety, not This is a time for subtlety. I'll just leave it at that. And that is how we avoid turning the, you know, when cards come up in reverse, I often talk about what to do to turn them upright or whatever. The warning in this reading is to avoid turning this Knight of Cups upside down. And that is done by focusing on yourself and not panicking, and making sure that checking in on yourself, and sometimes you need an outside perspective from a loved one, or at least someone you respect, to check in on you. It's very difficult for me to wrap up this reading, but I guess I'll just suddenly end it there. Let's move on to the Oracle card portion. If you chose this, it is by the book. Ooh. I love it when an Oracle card is almost a repetition of at least one of the things I was saying during this reading. So I think this is a time to cross your T's and dot your I's, and also to make sure it's funny having a by the book card with the Seven of Swords as the advice card, but I think that the way that these blend together is to make sure, how can I say this? What's the worst that can happen? And yeah, I think what's the worst that can happen might be a way to determine when you're doing it by the book or when you're going out of pocket. You know, that might be the navigation for you. If you chose the geometry card, your card is coherence. I'll read it. The frequency of coherence supports our ability to harmonize the frequency of the heart with the frequency of the mind for an optimal ability to create the reality we desire. I was just talking about how when the Oracle cards kind of repeat what I was saying in the reading, this is kind of, again, there's a, there we go, whoops. There we go. Yeah, there's the unity, wait, what was it? It was harmonizing the frequency of the heart with the frequency of the mind for an optimal ability to create. So basically, again, the heart and the mind, when we have a sword and a heart, a cup in the mix, is very, a little on the nose, let's say. But yeah, it's important to check in, and I've been using that term a lot. And to really make sure that you're aligned. This is a time for alignment, and you can't really abandon your thoughts and you can't really abandon your emotions, but try to, make sure that they're working together to get to where you really want to go. If you chose the animal deck, your card is Starfish Spirit, open to infinite possibility. I think that this is, okay. I'm so glad that I gave a caveat on where I'm at, because it's very difficult to separate myself from this reading. And I'm really glad I was transparent about that, because that's bad practice, by the way. But yeah, I think that this is an invitation to not slip into dread. That's how I'm reading it anyway. When, a saying in a community that I'm in is when you say I can't, to turn it into how can I. Replace I with any other pronoun. It can't. Basically, whatever seems impossible, to try to say, what if it was possible? That might be a good guiding question to ask yourself for the 2 weeks to 6 months following this eclipse energy. And I think on this note, I'm going to end that there. Thank you very much for watching. If you like this video, please give this video a like. I hope you have a great couple weeks. Take care. I'll see you soon.